Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around it's for the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Toasted Coconut Eclair candle from Bath & Body Works, part of the Spring 2022 Champagne Brunch collection. This is indeed part of the trio of candles that feature the fancy cut glass lid on it, so they are $29.50. So even with a 10 off promo, it makes them $19.50. I don't get coupons, and then you add in tax, and it's over $20 for a single Bath & Body Works candle, which is pretty crazy. When I think of Bath and Body Works candles, I think of like anywhere from a $10 to maybe $15 max price range. So the fact that we're all the way up to $20, it's pretty crazy. Especially when at the beginning of my Bath and Body Works fandom, I was basically paying, it was 2 for 20, and then you would do the 10 off 30 survey coupons on top of it. So you would get 3 candles for $20, and now I'm getting a single candle for $20. So mind blowing, but it is what it is, and that's just how the times are now. So yeah. The notes on this read fresh baked donut, milk chocolate frosting, and toasted coconut flakes. After having burned this for about 4 or 5 times, I can say that it is pretty much a repackage of toasted coconut s'mores, which I actually really enjoyed. So I'm glad to see that toasted coconut s'mores is back, because I always wanted to see that one come back. I only grabbed one the first time around, and I wouldn't mind having another one. So I'm excited to see it back again, although it is under a different name. The notes on toasted coconut s'mores are gooey marshmallow, toasted coconut, milk chocolate, and golden graham crackers. So in the new version, it's supposed to be baked donut and milk chocolate frosting. I mean, maybe, possibly, but this will always forever smell like toasted coconut s'mores to me. So, what does it smell like? You basically get that toasted coconut flake note first and foremost. It's pretty scrumptious and pretty delicious. It's better than their other coconut fragrance. A lot of their other coconuts have this sort of like grody, crayony, dirty quality to it. This is definitely better than that in the sense that it has that more scrumptious, delicious coconut quality to it, similar to the coconut in the coconut cream pie candle. So if you enjoy the coconut in coconut cream pie, I think you'll enjoy the coconut in this as well. It has a toasted, flaky coconut texture to it that's really delicious. It reminds me totally of the bag of those toasted coconut flavored jet puffed marshmallows that were like brown and had toasted coconut flakes over it. It smells literally like you open that bag of it and like this is totally what it smells like, because you even do get a slight like marshmallow, vanilla, sweet quality mixed with the coconut that's pretty delicious as well. And I do really get the marshmallow in the sense that it has, once again, a like powdery, dry texture that you get from the outside of the marshmallow is present in this as well. So you get that sort of coconut flake and that marshmallow fragrance together, and it's pretty delicious. And then you get a chocolate note in there as well. I don't get so much like milk chocolate frosting, which would indicate something a little bit more liquidy or gooey from the new set of notes on the toasted coconut eclair. I just more so get like a milk chocolate like powder quality to it. Once again, the whole fragrance is like a dry powdery quality to it, and it smells kind of like the a hot chocolate like packet powder is kind of what the milk chocolate comes off as. So if you're familiar with hot cocoa and cream, has that type of like milk chocolate powder quality to it, or like a cocoa powder quality to it. But the chocolate's not super overpowering, but it's most certainly in there, and it gives it this nice depth and just a more extra gourmand deliciousness that I really enjoy. And then lastly, there is a bakery note in here that it's kind of like a, I guess, graham cracker note. It's not quite as like stale or off as most of their graham cracker notes tend to come off. Like if you are familiar with toasted graham latte or the Italy cannoli and chocolate or bonfire s'mores, those have a more very, I guess, distinctly graham cracker presence to it that has a slightly stale or off note to it. It's not like that. It's more just like this sort of generic, I guess, once again, like a flaky bakery, dry, crumbly feel to it, somewhere lingering in the background. And I guess it could be somewhat like a fresh baked donut. There's, I guess, like a slight powdered sugar quality to the bakery element as well. And you roll all that up into one. It's this delicious coconut chocolate bakery treat that's really delicious. It kind of reminds me of a Mounds bar or almond joy, because it has that sort of chocolate plus coconut quality to it, but it's a little bit more toasted and flaky and dry than like a gooey Mounds or almond joy bar would be. But that's kind of nitpicking it. But if you like chocolate plus coconut mixed together with a little bit of a sweet vanilla bakery something. This is totally delicious. It's super pleasant, it's super present, and I just really enjoy it. It's one of their better coconut fragrances. Comparing it to coconut cream pie, I think coconut cream pie is a little bit more buttery and gooey and less dry than this toasted coconut eclair is. There's definitely more of a buttery gooiness to it that would like indicate the filling of a coconut cream pie. But still similar fragrances that it does seem kind of redundant that both are out at the same time, but I still enjoy both of them separately for their own qualities. So if you like coconut cream pie, I think you'll enjoy this one. They just both have a very delicious coconut bakery fragrance to it, and it's actually kind of happy to see that both of them continue to be released because it is their better coconut fragrances. So overall, obviously, I like the fragrance, and then let's get into the performance. So I've been burning this about 4 or 5 times, and it burns exactly like how I remember toasted coconut s'mores burning. And that was kind of like, I guess one of the reasons that I only bought one was because it kind of is like a sooty, sort of dirty burning candle. But it still smells fine the whole way through, so it doesn't tarnish it too much. But yes, this one has a thick rope-like wicks that if you don't trim them enough, they soot upward into the air and onto your ceilings and walls and into your lungs. And also you can see like there's a dark spot on the front of the candle. There is definitely a lot of like black soot accumulating on certain spots of the candle. But then if you trim them enough, they start sitting downward into the wax pool, which I remember saying the exact same thing in my toasted coconut s'mores candle review, is that the soot then goes inwards and then the wax pool starts having like that sort of dark, murky, grody quality to it. And once this wax is solidified, it is like sort of gray and brown now. So kind of sooty, grody burn, but I sort of just put up with it because it still smells delicious. But just keep that in mind that it does soot either upwards or downwards depending on how much you trim it. So yeah. As for the throw, it's very pleasant and present. It's kind of like how I remember toasted coconut s'mores being. It's not super strong, but you can still smell it that it's totally satisfactory. I would put it anywhere in like the 6 to 6.5 and possibly a 7 in a smaller bedroom range. I can always smell it. It's always scrumptious and delicious. It's not overpowering. It's just kind of like a nice mild medium to medium plus throw. So I really have no issues with the throw either. So we're good to go there. Overall, yeah, I really enjoy this one. I'm glad that Toasted Coconut S'mores is back again. I can see kind of why I only bought one the first time around. Like, it's really delicious and scrumptious, and I enjoy while it's burning it. But it's kind of like once the one is done, I'm like kind of run its course on it. That I can see why I didn't necessarily hoard or buy backups of the previous one. And it is a little bit sooty, and the price point is kind of questionable. But I guess take this information as you will. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.